beautiful Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your blue moon reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. If anyone claiming to be me asks for money, e-gifts, donations, it is not me, it is a scam. Please report them. No matter the platform, I'm only on YouTube, so do the math. Okay, let's move straight on, my beautiful Taurus. This is your blue moon reading. It occurs on the 22nd of August, which is tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world, of course. Also, I thought it'd be nice to hourly cleanse your space and mine at the same time so that we are in sync, okay? So let us begin. Please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds, so if you do have headphones in, adjust them so I do not hurt your wonderful ears. Let's go. Okay, my beautiful Taurus, so this is the blue moon. It does not occur often, as you'll probably know with the saying, you know, once in a blue moon. What's special about this one? Well, it's the second full moon to rise in the sign of Aquarius, but also the second full moon to appear in Leo season. So double opportunity for luck, abundance, and also to revisit summer goals. This time relates to rebellious energy, but also being unconventional, embracing your individuality and amplifying your energy. There's going to be an energetic climax emotionally for you during this time, but it is about seizing the day. So whatever goals, dreams, or whatever your intentions are during this time, you'll feel an extra power up of that energy. Now, I'm doing a quick moon spread there to see what you can get from this moon energy, because often, I'll just go get that for you before I move forward. So it's a 4-card spread for the moon reading, and I will be doing like a little bit more depth and detail with other decks before we move forward. So we've got stepping out of your comfort zone. That is your first position, which is about what is rising up within you. Beautiful energy. I'm loving your trajectory right now, Taurus. Very beautiful energy. We've got beautiful. Okay, we've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. So first position, stepping out of your comfort zone. Okay, so this is what is rising out within you, rising up within you. So you may have felt a little bit stuck in a rut recently. You know that something has to change. Adjustments are normally made during this time. If you really think about it, this is a time for almost seizing the rest of the abundance before we head into like colder seasons. So, you know, it's about settling down for winter then. So this is a time for making adjustments, but also it's almost like capitalizing on abundance. So there's going to be some really good news coming up. I did a reading for the Lionsgate for you all, and within that 6-week period, there was going to be some sort of good news or some sort of power up there. Opportunities just springing out of nowhere. We've also got prosperity lies ahead. Now this is the second position. This is basically the solution to any challenge that you've faced. Prosperity lies ahead. So they're asking you, is it worth it? Whatever it is the challenge is, you know, fulfilling or overcoming the challenge and fulfilling a dream, a goal, or a destiny, there is prosperity in that. So you have to ask yourself, whatever it is you're fighting for, whatever the vision is that you have, and it requires extra effort or requires you to come out of a comfort zone, is it worth it? Is the prosperity that lies ahead, is it worth the effort that you are putting in there? If it is not, make adjustments and choose to set your intentions on other things. But they're asking you, because there is reward there, your tenacity. I mean, it says new moon in Taurus there, but I mean, it is for Leo season. But it is whatever you've been sort of diligently or determined to create, whatever you desire around this time, there's something rising up within you to ask yourself, is it worth it? And if it is not, Taurus, it's okay to abandon it or adjust the plan in order to make it work. It will be successful. There are sweet rewards that lie ahead. but it's asking about the effort that you put in. And we've also got you're very close to achieving your goal. So it would be a real shame to give up on anything that you're really close to achieving there. So this is the third position, which is the advice. Don't give up. Hold firm to the vision. You're nearly there, Taurus. It has been a difficult cycle for humanity in general, but you're powering on through there. And the moon cycle, it's almost like got gibbous moon there. So that would be in the last couple of days, you would have felt a shift, a power up there. As you come towards a goal, a dream, or whatever it is, a desire that you're trying to achieve there. And the final position is the fourth position, the final outcome, which is the end of a tough cycle approaches. It is about time, Taurus, because you have been going through the ringer recently. Well, actually, for a while now, it's been a couple of ups and downs for you. But I feel like you're springboarding towards success there. I do feel like you're elevating above that difficult period. It's almost like the end of a karmic lesson that is coming to a close for you. So it would be a real shame. Don't give up. There is prosperity on the other side of that. Let's see what is coming in terms of energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. What can my beautiful Taurus know for this blue moon? Now, the blue moon is a time to inspire, to embrace your individuality, and to make necessary adjustments to achieve or support your goals and dreams and intentions. It is also about that rebellious energy. Sometimes, Taurus, you know, you can do things in a totally different way that is even unexpected, like a plot twist. And there it is. There it right is, Taurus. The Tower card. There's your plot twist. So this is in the protagonist energy. Now, if this Tower card was in the resistance position, the middle position, or the end position, I'd say there's some major changes that are occurring. Watch out for them. But it's in the protagonist energy. So this is your energy. You're shaking up the system. You're leading with your third eye. You just know, you can see the vision. You can see the way ahead. You know that there is prosperity there. The Tower card basically means you're making the changes. You have to come out of your comfort zone on something. That's what the Tower does. Basically, a lightning bolt hits the Tower. Tower represents some sort of prison energy, somewhere where you feel stuck in your life, whether you're going round and round in circles. And they're indicating there's a major breakthrough happening here. You're making the major changes in order to shake up an energy of you going round and round in circles. You're taking the leap of faith. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, two figures, they leap into the unknown because the Tower is on fire. Okay, so if you stay where you are, you're going to feel stuck for a long time, and it could be even more detrimental by staying in that position. They want you to move. The Chariot card. They want you to move, okay? Literally, as I say it, it's coming out. I'm feeling the energy before it comes out there, and I feel like it's going to be a really happy outcome, really successful outcome on the other side. We got the moon, so basically that represents, you know, opportunity, sort of lying in the shadows. You just got to address your fears and kind of just go for it. They want me to go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please? Thank you so much. We have the Hangman, something you waited for patiently, but there's a breakthrough. So you're making changes. So, okay. They're giving me a sentence which is, I'm not really grasping exactly what they're saying, and it's a really famous sentence, but because I'm scrying at the same time, it's hard for me to check in with what I already know. Let me see. Now, I'm not really sure if I'm getting this right, but it's like, if the mountain won't move, what's, oh gosh, I'm just not quite grasping it. It's almost like, if the mountain won't come to you, you go to it. But I feel like it's something like, if the mountain won't move, I want to say, I'm sure all of you are screaming at the screen right now. I want to say it sounds like, and they sound totally different, but because it goes really muffled, I can't tell if it's Muhammad. If the mountain won't move for Muhammad goes to the mountain, or if it's, and I know they sound totally different, but it's all muffled. So, or it's Goliath. I can't tell, but I feel like it's Muhammad. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna have to look it up. You're all going to be like, what, Baba, you couldn't get that. But I want to give it to you the way that they're giving it, not the way that it is traditionally said. So, yeah. But basically, it's about overcoming an obstacle, or, you know, if the challenge is so great and you feel like it's not moving, then you go to it and you make it move. That's the energy that I'm getting. Okay, so I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna kick myself, as I said, but anyway, I have to give you what I'm getting, and if it's muffled, it's muffled. Perhaps your name is Muhammad, or perhaps your name is, I mean, it could be that your name is Goliath, or maybe that's a nickname. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how is it resonating here, but you're doing the plot twist. Okay, Taurus, you're shaking up the system. You're releasing any expectation. You're doing something differently, something that you haven't done before. You're coming out of your comfort zone, and I feel like you're thriving because of it, but you may be a little bit nervous about it. The challenge position is about moving forward on it. Okay, the Chariot card is about motivation, drive, movement. So you may feel like there's something here that you feel that you cannot move forward on. You may feel like there's been trouble in moving in a certain direction for you, and you've been on hold. There's been some sort of delay there. You could also feel like you felt unmotivated recently, or maybe even there was a little bit of self-doubt there that perhaps you cannot move towards this challenge and overcome it, but you will be, okay, because this is a challenge. They're indicating that there's going to be an opportunity or something that you're not expecting that actually, yeah, there's so much surprise happening here for you that allows you to move forward. Now, the Chariot card is about victory. It's about success. So you're moving forward for success, and you're moving forward and achieving something really quite exciting. But you may felt like there was just nothing you could do. Okay, now obviously we've all been going through a major pandemic, so you may have felt like there's been resistance in certain areas. But I feel like there's major breakthrough happening here, and you're making the changes. It's almost like you found another way of doing something, okay? Excuse me. Now the Moon card, this is in the resistance, sorry, this is in the outcome position. The Moon card is about illusions falling away. It's about anything that you've been frustrated on, or you've had unhappiness. Things are coming to the surface to make way for change, to make way for clarity. And the Moon often makes you see that there's been things happening behind the scenes to bring you greater clarity on something, and it's a surprise. It's almost like great opportunities are lying in the shadows for you, and you may feel a little bit defensive because it's something that you are not used to. Okay, so I feel like you greet this with defensiveness, but actually you can see that it's something that's giving you an opportunity to re-examine your priorities and make way for change, because we do have the Hangman there. So as you can see, there's breakthrough on this card. Something has become so stuck or stagnant, or there's been no movement on it, and you can see that it's become really uncomfortable. And when it becomes so uncomfortable, it means there has to be change. And often you get this card followed by this card. The universe steps in to bring you some sort of magnificent change that brings you know, a positive outcome, because the Tower basically means surprise, and keep that out, they just said, basically means surprise. So something you've been going round in circles on, you're getting a chance to rebuild it. But I feel like you are rebuilding it. This is your energy. So either you've like decided to all of a sudden walk out on a job because you're like, I can't do this anymore, or all of a sudden there's been like a redundancies made at work, for example, and you're like, damn it, this is, you know, a huge plot twist, and then all of a sudden you're literally walking into something greater, better, to the point where you're like, why didn't I do this before? More prosperity lies here than where I was before. So it's almost like you'd give those people a handshake saying, thanks so much for giving me a redundancy, because actually there's greater opportunity that lay ahead of me that I didn't realize. So I feel like whatever major changes are happening here, it gives you a chance for success, and there's an opportunity that comes from nowhere. Now, the Hangman indicates there's a breakthrough. As you can see, there's the skull there. So out of some sort of adversity or toxic energy, there's a major breakthrough. That hand is reaching up for the sun. But you may have waited for this for a long time. The Hangman often indicates sacrifice or new perspective, surrender to something in order to gain something new, something better. Because where you are right now, you feel you're either indecisive, or you feel like there's delay, or you just feel like you're not where you feel like you should be right now, but that's all about to change. And the Temperance card is patience. Now, Taurus, every time, nobody likes to hear the word patience, especially a Taurus, because Taurians already have patience, okay? So I feel like there's something you've been working really hard on, but there's major changes here that are happening for you. And as you can see, there's anxiety. You can see a bird of prey here. So something that you got your eye on, whether it's a target, whether it is like to do with a goal, a dream, and you feel anxious that it's not going to happen, or you've been waiting for something and you've been a little bit nervous while you've been waiting for this news or something like that. Basically, they're indicating have patience, because what's on the other side of this, it will make your heart sing. It will make your heart soar. There's a really great thing that lies on the other side. Now, obviously, there's purpose in patience. It gives you an opportunity to re-examine priorities. It gives you an opportunity to really look at details before you move forward on something. But there's a major breakthrough here that allows the challenge to be met, overcome, and I feel like you're moving forward on something. There's a lot of positive energy, but there's a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of anxiety, and a little bit of impatience that may creep on in there. Thank you so much. I'd like to receive. Thank you so much. We got the Magician. So you're doing this. The power of your mind is making great change, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Now, I've got this new deck. It's the Way of the Panda. It is just beautiful. I love it so much. It was gifted to me. The Fool card in the reverse could have been unprepared for change, or unprepared for someone's absence in your world. There could have been a bit of cynicism there, that it was not going to happen. We've also got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Ooh. Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Two of Wands, well, you're not waiting along. The Eight of Cups. Okay, and they want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please? Whoa. We've got the Strength card. Okay, so the Magician, what we got going on here. Thoughts become things. You're in control of your destiny, and you're making some major changes here that a lot of people may not even understand in your world, Taurus, but you have decided that things need to shift. And if it's just like that saying, if the mountain won't move or whatever. Yeah, it's almost like if the mountain won't move to Muhammad has to move to the mountain. Okay, I feel like you're doing things a different way. Definitely a plot twist here. The Magician basically means you have skills, confidence, action. You got everything you need as long as you focus on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, and you will succeed. Thoughts really do become things. And I feel like something's being revealed to you in order to accomplish your goal. Okay? You're the master and the mistress of your own destiny here, but the third eye is giving you a different way of looking at something, maybe from a spiritual perspective, but also to be able to see the future. Okay, and as you can see, all elements are at the disposal of the Panda. So basically fire, water, earth, air, which means, there's inspiration, there's emotions, there's material, like there's a plan. There's also voice for negotiation, communication. So I feel like your passion, your drive, your determination makes you unstoppable. Okay, Taurus, I feel like you are making some radical changes that it's almost like you're powering through and nothing can stop you now. Okay, now the Fool card in the resistance position, it almost means there is a leap of faith to be had here. You're meant to take that leap of faith, but you feel you're not prepared for it. But it's the only thing that's keeping you stuck here. Okay, because the Chariot card is in the resistance position as well. What they want you to do is turn this up like this, and then you move forward on this. Okay, so they're indicating that you may feel like you haven't got everything you need right now, but actually, as long as you've got intention, you can take your first step on it. The first step is important. I'm just going to show you in the upright there. Also, as you see that panda, walking on the world there, but, got nothing there but a little knapsack and, the most important thing of all, that little hat there that's on its crown chakra. So it's a deep knowing that no matter what, you may not have much in the world, but no matter what, set your intention and let the universe worry about the journey, how you get there. Not a lot of people realize that, you got to set an intention and visualize it like you got it, like you see it, like you're doing it, okay? And then, for example, your intention may be to go from A to Z. Don't think about the journey, because when you start thinking about the magnitude of the journey, Taurus, you start to talk yourself out of it, thinking, my gosh, this is so big. I don't know if I can do it. I don't even know where to start. What you got to do is be at point A and say, I want to get to point Z. Dear universe, I'm so grateful for you helping me with my intentions, and I trust fully in you, and let's co-create together the way forward, and let us proceed. And then as long as you can see yourself doing whatever it is that you want to do, you take your first step, whether that's write an email, whether that is, draw up a logo, whether it is, if you want to find love, for example, put yourself on a dating website, or put yourself in groups of people where you may meet somebody. So you take the first step, no matter what it is. Don't be attached to the outcome, but take a leap of faith. And the universe will bring you the right people, the right circumstance. Everything you need will just come from behind the scenes. Have you ever wondered, Taurus, where you've ever made a flyaway comment, like you're washing your dishes or something, you go, I really wish that I could just do that. And then, a couple of weeks later, you just threw that comment away. A couple of weeks later, it shows up in your world. And you're like, damn, I was only just talking about that last week. Because you just threw it away. You didn't set any heavy energy to keep intending, or put any pressure on it. You just threw it away. And you let the universe work out how it gets to you. Same with if you think about a person. They just message you at the same time. There is the law of attraction, the law of energy. Like attracts like. So don't stress about the journey. Take the first step, and then the rest will come towards you. Okay, so I feel like you're in that mode anyway, but you're making some radical changes. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. A little bit of insecurity here with this card. A little bit of nervousness, okay? Feeling like... Now, they are giving me something here, Taurus, that there's something that you just don't love. And maybe it's a surprise. I'm not sure, but I'm going to pull a card on it. There's something here that you just don't love. Let me see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. But it's giving you a little bit of insecurity. Can you please clarify this Queen of Cups? The Hierophant. You're separating from it, whatever it is. Now, that could be a person. Could be a situation. Could be you don't like rules and regulations. Okay, because the Hierophant represents, in the upright, it represents a rigid kind of, way of doing things. Now, it's in the reverse, so you definitely don't like hypocrisy. You don't like corruption or disobedience. So you may not even like rebellion. So there's something here. Either someone is kicking back against you in some way, Taurus, or there is something that you have to separate from. You may be going through a divorce at this time. For example, it's made you feel a little bit insecure. Maybe you feeling a little bit emotionally smothered with your energy. If that's you, I'm sending you out a huge hug at the moment. Know that if you're waiting for things to just find your way up again, as it were, that there is change happening here, radical change. And we got the Strength card, so go easy on yourself. They are indicating that you won't be waiting for too long, but you're making some radical changes. Maybe you are the one who is filed for separation or something like that. Whatever it is, I feel like you're doing the walking away from this. So whether it's a friendship that you feel like is, doesn't how can I put that? A friendship that doesn't reciprocate, or you feel like they don't have your back, or whether it's a goal that you feel like, I can't do this, maybe I gotta find a different way of doing something, or whether it's a relationship that you feel like is stagnant and you're walking away from it, or toxic energy in general, you're walking away from it, you're separating from it because it's making you feel uneasy. And you're honoring yourself. It is not a selfish act to honor yourself fully and walk away from anything that doesn't bring a higher level of commitment. Because basically this is a commitment card. Okay, if something's not committing to you in your energy field, you're not committing to it. So that's a perfect energy to really be in. Now we've also got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Now the Seven of Wands in reverse indicates that you are walking away from something, you're quitting something, it's just not working out. So there's something in your world, as soon as you walk away from whatever is not working out for you, and it doesn't mean a goal and a dream, that if you feel like it's just not happening at this time, you can tweak the plan. This time period with the full moon and the blue moon in particular is about making adjustments. So the Seven of Wands does say, though, that if it's not worth fighting for, walk away from it. It's okay. You don't need it in your world. In the Seven of Wands in the upright says, fight for this vision or this dream or this goal because it is worth it. But if there's anything that's just not worth it, walk away, separate from it, because it's taking away your your peace of mind and your healthy kind of energy. It is absorbing it. So anything that doesn't make you feel 100% disconnect. We got the Two of Wands. As soon as that happens, instantly there's no more waiting. Okay, you're sort of like not waiting for anything. The plan is being activated. You know, the Two of Wands in the upright indicates planning for the future or mapping your progress, trusting in the unknown. But when you got it in the reverse, it can mean that you're very uncertain about the way ahead. Okay, but it's almost like you may be just jumping on all in and going for it because you feel like, what's the point in waiting around? So you may, like, as I said, you're doing a bit of a plot twist. Just make sure you do have a solid plan in order there, Taurus, because you're actually on the right path, but there's something here that you're walking away from that you're like, this is not part of my path. So I feel like you're disconnecting. These are all, you know, the love is gone for whatever it is, the motivation, the love is left. And the Seven of Wands and the Two of Wands says, you know, it's not worth fighting for. It's not worth waiting for anymore. And Taurus, you're not one to wait around anyway. So I feel like it's just gone. Okay. Now, whether that's a person, relationship, you know, job, whatever. Now we do have an Eight of Cups, and it's in the reverse. So they're indicating here that as soon as you walk away from something, something else comes towards you. Now, whether that is the person that you're walking away from, they come towards you and they learn their lesson, or whether it is there is other opportunities coming towards you. I'm going to pull a card because the Eight of Cups in the upright is basically walking away, withdrawing, moving on, abandoning a situation because it's just not fulfilling. As you can see, all those mountains, those obstacles, and that panda there is waving goodbye to all those butterflies. Well, actually is waving goodbye, and all those butterflies are representing change. So as soon as you change up the energy and walk away from something that is unnecessary, whether it is unnecessary drama, whether it is unnecessary toxic energy, that's when you learn the lesson, okay? And that's when you bring radical change. I'm just going to pull a quick card on that. Can you please clarify the Eight of Cups for my beautiful Taurus? What do they need to know? The Emperor in reverse. Okay, so the Emperor in reverse is immature energy. So whether you're dealing with someone who's very doing power plays on you, or someone who's got a nasty ego, you're like, bye, see ya. Because they get to live with their own ego, and I wouldn't want to live in their head, right? But you're walking away from that. Chances are this person comes back towards you. Now, this could be a divine counterpart, Taurus, that you're walking away from, and you're like, I can't do this anymore. It could be a twin flame energy, and you're like shocking this person into realizing what they're about to lose, and therefore they come back and they learn the lesson. Or you're deciding to walk away from a business. Maybe you had your own business and you're deciding to walk away from it, or you feel like you're not ready to put up your own business, and you're walking away from that idea. You're going to learn a lesson that I feel like you are ready. But anyway, let's have a look. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Swords. So the Ace of Pentacles here indicates, you know, either feeling like you're going into debt about something, or stressing about investment. Now that could be stressing about investment in terms of relationships, or people who just don't invest in the same way as you, Taurus. You give 100% whenever you give to people. Now you have a small soul tribe. You don't let everyone in your social circle or in your love circle or anything like that. So if they do not offer in the same way as you, I feel like you're leaving that behind, because we've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. Now the Five of Swords in reverse, if you've been fighting with someone or arguing with someone here, it's almost like by walking away from them, there is peace of mind. Okay, because this is overthinking the whole situation, but in the reverse, it's peace of mind. So whatever it is you're walking away from that is not investing you in the same way, there's peace there, because you're releasing the energy. Can you please show me on the other side of peace? We've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's almost like then all of a sudden, whatever is running from you or whatever is eluding you sort of stays by your side. Okay, because the Knight of Wands there, it can, in the upright, it can represent inspiration, but temporary sort of opportunities or temporary things that sort of come and go in your life. And when it's in the reverse, it can be something that stays a little bit longer. So whether that's a person or an opportunity, it's about your inspiration. It could also be about, you know, chaotic energy, impulsivity. But on the other side, there's sun there. So that means there is a joyous outcome by walking away from anything that makes you feel like it's not invested in you fully. okay? Or not invested in a pathway with you. It's not in alignment with your goals, your dreams, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve in life. By walking away, you instantly find peace and serenity, and then those situations adjust to come back towards you. Whether that's another opportunity comes towards you that is more right for you, or whether it is a person who is more in line with you, who you are, or that person you've walked away from realizes what they're set to lose, Taurus, and then they sort of change their energy, because we cannot change another person. We can only change ourselves, and we don't get to be with people in order to change them. We actually inspire each other to make the changes within ourselves. So I feel like that's the necessary order of what's happening with the full moon for you, releasing anything that is energetically holding you back. And we got the Strength card. Strength card is a Leo energy. It is about inner calm, but it's about courage to love yourself, respect yourself, and sort of live life on your own terms, and also have the courage to overcome anything, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how big or small you are as well. You have the courage and strength within to overcome any obstacles and move towards success. So I do feel like this is like almost like a pep talk from the moon, the blue moon energy, which is, you can do this. You're in charge of this. You can make the changes, and you can make anything you want happen, okay? As soon as you walk away from anything that is not right for you, there lies the change. I mean, there's the first card of it, Ten of Air. Now, the Ten of Air in this particular deck, this is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. This Ten of Air basically means some endings can be very graceful, and as soon as you walk away from something because there's a point of epiphany that it no longer serves you, you have a different way of thinking, and you can walk away from something into peace, okay? It's almost like letting go. You're lighter because of it. They want those there. Thank you so much. We got the Seven of Water. That's about choice, okay? It opens up a whole set of choices here for you, okay? Don't resist change. Basically don't resist change, because it opens up so many options for you that it is really positive for you to move forward. The High Priestess is about intuition, Eight of Earth, justice. It's basically saying what is meant for you will never pass you by, because we got the High Priestess, which is intuition, okay? And it's about honoring the process, the mystery of the universe, knowing that what is right for you will never pass you by, because there's justice here, there's karma, okay? So you're about to be visited by some good karma, but there's some major changes that are occurring first. High Priestess is a Virgo energy, and she's a sorcerer that understands, see there with that third eye activation, there's hidden opportunity that's about to come towards you, but you're walking away from something first, okay? So intuitively, you know to walk away from something. Now, I'm going to pull a card on this, Taurus, because they just said low-key to me, low-key. Now, obviously, low-key is a trickster energy, so I'm just going to pull. So if you felt like someone either you work with is a bit of a practical joker, or there's been some sort of malevolent energy at your workspace with somebody, or maybe with a person, you may be walking away from that energy. I'm just going to pull a card on it. It's so weird. Now, either low-key is something you've been looking up recently, or thank you so much, Berka, or maybe you're keeping low-key something, because I'm doing the High Priestess card, so maybe you're keeping something low-key. Maybe it's not about the god at all. It's a Nordic energy god. Maybe it's not about that at all. Maybe it's you're keeping something low-key. Maybe you're keeping a secret. Okay, let me just clarify, because they just said low-key, so okay. So maybe you've had an offer and you're keeping it low-key. Not the malevolent energy. Okay. See, sometimes I really have to clarify this. The Nine of Cups is an offer coming on in. So either some choices have come up towards you, and there's been an offer either in love or in business. You're keeping it low-key, you're keeping it secret, or there's something here about secret energy. You're keeping it on the download. Can you please clarify one more? Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, it's come after a disappointment. So maybe that's it. You don't want to be disappointed, so you're keeping it low key. Or maybe it's after a disappointment, there is love, or there is an offer for you to do something that you love doing. I just feel like there's a proposal on the table here, but it's come after a sadness. Okay? Or you're recovering from something. So maybe, you know, when it's like once bitten, twice shy. So for example, if something didn't go in your favor, whether it's a love relationship or a job opportunity, didn't go in your favor, and before you shouted about it and said, oh, I'm so excited about this opportunity, and then it didn't happen, and you're like, oh. Or you're shouting about your love, you're like, I'm in love with this person, and then unfortunately it didn't go very well. It's almost like this time around you may be keeping it to yourself so you don't jinx it, okay? Keep something low key. Okay, but they're giving me, there's a hidden opportunity coming towards you, okay, that's really quite exciting. Something you've been working on, the Eight of Earth there is, it's a mastering of your craft. Whatever it is that you do, you're being really good at it, and I feel like you're being rewarded for it, but you may be learning a little bit more about things. The Eight of Earth is a knowledgeable card, so you may be inspired all of a sudden to put yourself on a course online, or go into a group setting where you're learning with other people about elevating so that financially you can raise your profile. Or you may be coming back to some sort of creative energy to do something very unique. Whatever it is, I feel like it's very unique, whatever it is you do. You're making major changes to get more money, for example. And but there's something here that I feel like you cannot talk about. So either you're leaving one space, but you can't talk about it because you're on gardening leave, or you're on some sort of contract that you can't actually talk about something right now. But we got the Justice card, which is about legality. So there may be some sort of contract you'll be signing, or you'll be going through some sort of legal issues in order to solidify something. The Justice card indicates a balance, a harmony, but it also requires you to make a decision. So I feel like there's a really exciting, truthful conversation coming towards you. I mean, it could be to do with a love relationship. You're walking away from something and someone comes and tells you something that you were not expecting, but it allows you to make a choice whether you want to be with this person or not. But I feel more that it is in terms of opportunity. And because they're showing me lots of paperwork. There's just so much paperwork. So maybe you're getting some paperwork together to deal with something. I mean, when you get this card, it is about faded energy. It's about karma. It's number 11, which is about your soul path. But it's also about a win-win situation. So I feel like something is working out. So again, they're basically saying whatever you have to let go of and say goodbye to, it was always meant to be that way. You're making that change. You're doing it, Taurus. Something isn't really leaving you. You are leaving it behind. And it's allowing you the freedom of choice. It's allowing you peace of mind. And it is fated. It was meant to be this way. Because what is meant for you will never pass you by. So it looks like very positive energy, but I feel like you're going to surprise a lot of people with your changes and your choices. Okay? So we got the Wisdom of the Oracle card. I'm just going to pull a quick card before we close the reading. Oh, interesting. They rarely give me more than one for this, but they've been giving me a couple for each of the energy readings. We got Fork in the Road, yeah, so a decision has to be made, and we got Mending. So Fork in the Road, so there is, you got some decisions to be made here. You're making major, now the Tarot card is a Scorpio energy, and number 13 is always connected to a Scorpio energy as well. Tower is Scorpio Aries energy. So Fork in the Road, decisions to be made. And we've got Mending, 52. And if you notice, when you reduce 5 plus 2, it's 7, which is the Chariot card. So either it's about fixing something, making adjustments to something, because I feel like an adjustment more than anything, making an adjustment to something and letting something go, and then all of a sudden you're plain sailing, you're moving forward. So let's read from the book. I don't want to tell you anything wrong. Now they're just showing me a carton of, it looks like some alternative milk source. So for example, if you decided to start having almond milk or oat milk, or let me see. I'm trying to see if I can see closer. I feel like it's more of a nut-based milk. So if you have just poured that, or you've just introduced that into your diet instead of dairy or something like that, I feel like there's something in this message for you. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. If it does not resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. But they're just showing me all of a sudden, I get the strangest of images, but they just all of a sudden just showed me some carton that has, yeah, it's like a nut-based milk. So if that's you, there's something in this message for you. Anyway, let's move on. Time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act on something, owning your obligation to make a necessary choice. So I'll give you the prosperity message. It says, you've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is a need for change, for evolution, for the bettering of your circumstances. Narrowing it down to just a single question: who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that the abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction, for the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. Okay, now I'll give you the relationship message just in case it applies to you, but I feel it doesn't, but I'm going to give it to you just in case. Anyway, it says, you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which way will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to a mutual passion, or to walk away? This is the time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do. Invest and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice if you move forward with a relationship. Know that it will be based in truth and authenticity, and you will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you do not want to be alone or end up in things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons that you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on a path to a true experience of the heart. I mean, it can probably resonate when it comes to your investment in your relationships and how they invest in you. Okay, so I guess it is relevant. I just wasn't sure it would relate to a love relationship. But anyway, let's see. Number 52. Forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. And prosperity messages, everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing that you lost sight of long-term sustainable prosperity. Sometimes you can make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others. Don't blame anyone else. You get to start again, wiser and more mature. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends to anyone that you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You're now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. Now, I will read the relationship message as well, but as I was reading that, they were just giving me that even if you've got your own business, Taurus, and you feel like it's not going very well and you have to abandon it for now, they're indicating that the greatest wealth, the people who have the greatest wealth in the world, often they have many, many companies that they've dissolved. Now, I don't know anything about that. I'm not very business minded, okay? But they're giving me that for a reason. What they're indicating is that this is not the end of your prosperity. If, for example, you're walking away from a business opportunity that you thought that was going to be very fruitful, if you're walking away from your own business or whether you're walking away from a company, it doesn't mean it's the end. It means that it's the beginning of starting something better, okay? If you'll notice, behind some of the most financially wealthy people, they have a string of companies that maybe did not work out, or they have opportunities that didn't go their favor or went to other people. What is meant for you will never pass you by. So they were just giving me that as I was reading, so I don't know who needs to hear that, but there you go. And we've got mending. Relationship message. You've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the person that you're thinking about are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do. Even if you're not aware of it, the energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the powerful energy to heal this wound. So ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and honest redress. So I guess if there's been a shocking moment in your friendship with somebody, or you've been walking away from somebody, you know, there can be peace of mind from walking away from things, but allowing time to breathe so you can see things from a different perspective, and then seeing if you can mend this, if that's what you want. I do feel like there's a person who is coming back towards you to mend things, because we do have that Eight of Cups there in reverse, which indicates an opportunity to learn from this situation and revisit it, and you know, someone returning to say that they've learned their lesson. So you may have an opportunity to mend something, but you got to have patience with that relationship. I'm just going to give you a trinket before we close. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have one trinket, which is not usual, but anyway, they've just given one. The key to change, it connects to the Death card, okay, because it's got a rose there, and that's the rose of peace and rejuvenation. So the key to unlocking it all for the moon energy is transformation, change. Endings bring new beginnings, okay? Anything you have to walk away from, or anything that you're changing, it actually brings something greater on the other side, okay? Because you're walking away from stagnant or resistant energy. Something is making you feel immobile. So whatever it is, you're releasing it. And you're unlocking prosperity by moving forward. You're taking the power back and doing it yourself, Taurus. Words like this, they want on the Chariot card. It unlocks movement. You're going to be moving forward. That is your challenge, and that is what you're going to receive. The Chariot card is success, opportunity. It is motivation, drive. It is victory. So you're meeting any challenge head on. Just go easy on yourself. What is right for you will never pass you by, okay? I'll leave it there, my beautiful Taurus. I hope something resonates in this reading. It's a bit of a complicated reading this time around. I'm not sure why. Maybe that's how you're feeling, but maybe it's about the blue moon energy. It's often very, very strong. But I will leave that there for you. If it does resonate, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be in with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is complete a task that has been hanging over your head for quite some time. Complete it in the month of August, and it will allow you to move forward and raise your vibrations to make way for more abundant energy to come towards you. Also, you don't have to put it in the comments box below, but if you could do spend some time with your wonderful energy and enjoy your own company, whether it's watching a film by yourself or taking yourself out to a gallery, whatever it is, just pop the word completed in the comments box below, and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 27th of August, and I'll announce it in a video, okay? I'll upload it on that date. So thank you so much, and love and light.